Hey YouTube, how is it going today? Well, in this video, I want to talk about HUMBL Incorporated because their CEO, Brian Foote, was on CNBC and the stock had a big movement because of what he said. So I want to get into that interview and then I want to get into the chart and tell you what I think could be happening next after this news. Now, if you're new to my channel, I like to trade actively and long-term invest as well. I put out trading and investing ideas almost every single day, so if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing. I also have a Patreon group, so if you want to see what we are looking at and trading in real time, that link is in the description. All right, well, let's get into that interview. Earlier this afternoon, the CEO, Brian Foote, was on CNBC, and if you want to watch the full interview, I'll link it down there in the description. But I thought he was doing a great job promoting their NFT products, and the stock was responding favorably. But then Morgan from CNBC asked him if they were generating revenue yet, and he kind of dodged the question. After he got finished talking, she asked him again, and it seemed like he dodged it again, and the stock just rolled over. Now, whether or not he meant to dodge it, it's really too bad because, man, that was a great opportunity on national TV to give the stock a big boost, and it just seemed to have backfired so far. So let's get into the chart, and let's see how it could react tomorrow and in the future with this big move that it made. Okay, well now we are over to my TC2000 charting software, and this is the current daily chart for HUMBL Incorporated, ticker symbol HMBL. But just a reminder, guys, I am not a financial advisor, so please do all your own research before buying any of the stocks I talk about on these videos. This is just my opinion for your entertainment purposes only. All right, but the last time that I did a video on HUMBL, I talked about how they could be breaking it down through this support level, and they were getting dangerously close, but they had a big turnaround day yesterday. And actually, when I was looking at this stock earlier today, I was thinking that it definitely looks like it's going to be holding that support, at least in the short term. So that's a very bullish sign for the stock. And man, it was doing pretty well this morning, and then, of course, when Brian Foote got on CNBC, it started making a decent move up, and then I just noticed once he made those comments where he kind of didn't answer the question about if they were generating revenue or not, it just rolled over, and it's really unfortunate because they were getting some nice support from this area right around 270 or so. And it looked like it was just poised to like bust right back above this 50-period simple moving average in the next couple days. And it looked like it was definitely going to do it the way the interview was starting. So it's really unfortunate on how it ended. It seems to be holding that support level as I'm doing this video right now. But there's still a little bit of time left in the day. But let's go intraday real quick. Looking at the 15-minute chart, you can see that's where the interview took place. But if I back it out a little bit, we can see that this area is very, very important, right around 260 to probably 270. This is a very important level for HUMBL to hold because usually when a stock breaks this pattern after it's gone on for this long, it tends to roll over. And I actually talked about in my last video how the next target would be right around $1 where that 200-period simple moving average was, and I know a lot of you guys didn't want to hear that, and you were not happy when I said that, but I'm just trying to give you my opinion, maybe a different perspective. I hope you guys could appreciate it. But let's get back to the minute chart real quick and take another look at that when the interview started. Right about here is when the interview started, and like I said, it was going very well. And the stock popped from right around 335 and went all the way up to about 356 or so. And this is when he started kind of dodging the question. It just rolled over. It looks like it's finding some support again right at that 275 level. So that is a good thing. Now, like when something happens like this in a stock, you usually get a violent reaction, but you want to wait until the next day to actually see where things are going, because once people digest the information and give it a little bit of time marinate and realize what was said, and is it really bad or is it not bad. You usually tend to see the move the next day where it's going to go. Usually these quick reaction moves can bounce right back to where they were the next day pretty easily if it was an overreaction. So tomorrow and the rest of the week is going to be very important for HUMBL to see where this move leads. Now, if I had to guess, I would say it's probably going to stay above this resistance area, but it could blast down through it. This could be the catalyst that knocks it down through this resistance area and gets it close to that 200 period simple moving average, that yellow line on the chart right there. Like I said, man, just unfortunate. I think this thing was going to blast through this this upper trend line right here. But unfortunately, the market didn't like the way he spoke, so I guess we're going to have to stay tuned till tomorrow and the next day to see where it goes. You know, the market could shake this thing off and just blast us through that trend line. You know, if you're a long-term holder of this company, hopefully that's what happens. But if you're looking to add at cheaper prices and, you know, get in at a lower level with this stock, if you haven't bought it yet, or if you're hoping you can add at some lower levels because you want to be holding this for many years, I mean, if this thing blasts down through this support level and heads down towards that 200 simple moving average, that could be the opportunity of a lifetime. You know, it just depends on where the stock goes. But I just wanted to talk about that interview, and man, it just seemed like a blown opportunity by Brian Foote. But I guess we will see probably tomorrow and the rest of the week how the market, you know, likes what was said or not. All right, well, before I do close out the video, I did want to go over the market averages real quick just to take a look at how things are doing and where we might be going next. And this is the QQQ, which is the ETF for the NASDAQ. And as we see today, we had a pretty nasty bearish engulfing pattern. It filled the gap from a couple of days ago, so that usually indicates there's going to be more movement to the downside, and I hope that there isn't. And actually, if we go to the 15-minute chart and back it out a little bit, we can see the NASDAQ is making a little bit of a descending wedge formation, which of course is a bullish pattern. So hopefully we can get a blast through this upper trend line. And if we back out the chart a little bit more, we can see that it's coming right up on this pretty strong support area. Well, let's call it 335. It's 335-ish, right around there, and it's not very high above it right now. So if it does blast through this support area, it could be going down substantially lower. So hopefully that does not happen, because I am still long a bunch of stocks, like probably most of you guys are out there. But, you know, this could be a good thing. This little pattern that it's making right now can usually result in an explosion to the upside. So hopefully we get that tomorrow. Let's go back to the daily real quick, and actually let's take a look at the Spider and the Dow before we get out of here. Of course, this is the S&P 500 ETF, the Spider, and this one doesn't look too bad at all. I mean, it's pretty much just like an inside day. It wasn't that bad, and not nearly as bad as the NASDAQ did. And if we go to the minute chart, we can see it's making right around the same type of pattern, the same descending wedge. Oops. Same type of descending wedge formation. It's not as clean as the one on the NASDAQ, but hopefully we do get a blast through that resistance area and get a big, decent move up tomorrow. And then we'll take a look at the diamonds, which of course is the Dow ETF. And we can see the Dow ETF was actually busting out to a new high today, and it pulled back. And if we go to the minute chart, we can see it's making sort of a similar pattern. Of course, you're gonna see that with these market averages. They kind of move together usually, not always, but usually. So looked like we were in a tight little channel, and then the Dow kind of broke down and got really volatile. But hopefully the Dow can also find support at this lower trend line and get a blast through that upper trend line, and we can have an update tomorrow. Alright guys, well that's all I have for this video, so I'm going to end it right there. But if you have any questions about any of these stocks, or if you have any other stocks you want me to take a look at, please leave them down there in the comment section. I will get to them as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, guys, and until next time, take care.